set to go as they will match up with the New York Jets. No more training camp, no more exhibitions. The 2018 NFL season on EA Sports is underway. That's fielded in the end zone. They'll bring it back to just about the 25, call it the 24-yard line.
Here we go.
On the ground, this is Isaiah Crowell. It'll go as a gain of 11 and a Jets first down. Well, one unit I know you want to watch is that offensive line. If they keep clearing holes like that, it could be a long night defensively.
No doubt about it, because when they are in sync, as we're seeing so far, when that continuity is there and you can see that they're playing off of each other while controlling the defensive front linebackers, you're exactly right. It could be a very long night for the defense because someone's going to run for some big yardage.
Darnold on first down. This is Crowell on the catch. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. It'll go as a gain of 11 and a Jets first down.
Nice little nifty play for him there. That's the ability to read a defense and utilize players that don't often get picked up in coverage easily. And I'm talking about being able to use the backside of the backfield. Because I know that when I used to cover, hey, we got a bike. Oh, he just snuck out there, and they just got a nice first down there.
What do we love to say? Get those backs into space, right? And they were able to do that there. Nice pickup on first down. So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. Now a run. This is Bilal Powell. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield.
A'Shawn Robinson coming out of the University of Alabama. A big, physical, intimidating force who had to learn to play with more leverage. Otherwise, he was going to get blown off the ball in the NFL. Looks like he's learning his lessons after that play.
To throw on second down is Darnold. Flush to his right. On the run, he'll let it go deep, right sideline. And he's unable to grab it. Thought he might have had position, couldn't hold on, 3rd down.
But that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Off of play action, Darnold. And under the Lions' pressure, he's brought down.
We've watched this a long time, and I still don't believe we get it. 3rd and long, why are you calling play action?
Yeah, because they're not going to bite defensively, right?
No, not at all. I did have a coach explain to me years ago that for some teams, that's how they have to deal with pass protection and their line blocking. But to me, it seems silly.
Yeah, well, they're silly, and that leads to a play-action sack. And a bit of a mistake there. This is well into the end zone for a touchback. Stafford and the Lions now have it 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line. Now a first carry for LeGarrette Blount. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. A good gain of 14 there, and it moves the chains.
Something to watch here in week 1 of the season, tackling. Because you and I both know that in the preseason, a lot of these guys don't play a whole lot. Plus, the intensity and the speed really ratchets up on opening week.
On first down, it's Stafford. And that's complete to Luke Wilson. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. A gain of 6 there on first. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. To throw on second down is Stafford. He's going to go for a big play downfield. And this is taken in at the 5. And oh, so close as he takes it all the way to the 2-yard line.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
After the big play, a chance to finish now on 1st and goal. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he's going to take it in for a Lion touchdown. Theo Riddick taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Lions are going to take a first-quarter lead. Extra point good by Prater. And that makes the score 7-0. Here's Prater now set to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. The Jets making their way out. Last year, the impressive 3-2 start. A lot of people predicted they would go 0-16, but then after that start, they sort of collapsed. Just 2 wins after Week 5. So as we look ahead to this year, Charles, what can we expect from the Jets?
Well, I would expect them to continue to play with great effort because their head coach, Todd Bowles, demands that. But Sam Darnold, their #1 draft choice, he will be the key to their season. The faster that he plays well, the better the Jets obviously are going to be. And on defense, last in the league in pass rush last year, last in the league in sacks. They'll have to do that by committee this year and find ways to get pressure on the quarterback.
Guilt trip is here, baby. Guilt trip is here. Leopard! Leopard!
On 2nd down, Darnold escaping the pressure right. Toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete. Isaiah Crowell, the intended target, and it's 3rd down.
When you see passes knocked down by those guys I call the frustrated fullbacks, the linebackers, you know that in their zone coverage, they were able to drop, see the ball thrown, and react to it very quickly.
So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Throwing here on 3rd down, Darnold. And that is incomplete.
I think the punter might start to get into a pretty good rhythm here if he keeps getting opportunities. But that's the last thing his team wants to have happen, right? The last thing you want to see is your punter feeling pretty good because he's out there all the time.
Yeah, first quarter only, but they're 0 for 2 on 3rd down conversions to start this thing. Well, he wasn't too far from breaking that. Officially, give him 15, and the Lions will take over. The Lions heading out, coming off a 9-7 finish a season ago. Another year without a playoff victory. And we said it last season, Charles. Unbelievable. They've won only 1 playoff game since the 1957 NFL championship game back when you were in high school.
Junior high.
And that one win was way back in January of 1992.
They do have optimism, though, because this team has been building. And I thought that their draft of 2018 signaled that they really want to help their magnificent quarterback, Matthew Stafford, and take the pressure off of him.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Trumaine Johnson. And the possession is theirs at their own 43-yard line.
Oh, man, Brandon, not a real good throw that time. It looked like he tried to put a little too much air under this one, and it turned into a floater. And defensively, this is a dream. He could have fair caught that one. That was way too easy.
After the interception, here's Darnold rolling to his right. Now he's going to let it go deep right sideline. So they took a shot on 1st down, but couldn't connect.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that 1st down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Second down and 10. Darnold. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back. Complete. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. That's good for a Jet first down, a gain of 13.
Leopard! Leopard! Watch it now, Barney! Barney!
They'll run it now out of the gun. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down.
Leopard! Leopard!
Here's Darnold now on second down. And the Lions pressure too strong. Down he goes. Sean Robinson able to get him for a loss of about 3. Third and 15 here after the first and second down plays went in the wrong direction. Third and long, it's Darnold. He's got Kearse. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. First catch of the new season for him, and he picks up the first.
Sometimes it seems like a tough world out there. Many thought Sam Darnold would go #1 overall to the Browns, and he fell to #3 to the New York Jets. I think he fell to a great situation. He gets to go to New York with a rebuilding team, take over the job right then and there. And while many were expecting Broadway Baker Mayfield, instead, they got sudden Sam Darnold. And I think the Jets fans are going to be very happy to have him.
Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and that'll make it second and a foot or so.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to.
Second down, here's Crowell. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It'll be a loss of 1, and that'll bring up a 3rd and 1. They'll try to run for it with Crowell. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Coming in, he really liked his chance of having a big year based on a terrific offseason. And runs like that on opening weekend show that he's right.
First red zone opportunity now for the Jets. They're looking at a 1st and goal from about the 9. And they'll try the air now with Darnold. Pressure from his right, and he goes down hard, flat on his back. Sean Robinson in there to drop him for his 2nd sack now here tonight. First down, a bit of a disaster, and now on 2nd and goal, back even further. Darnold now to throw. It's caught on the left side by Kearse. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down. This has been a long drive. You got to figure a field goal would be a letdown. Can they convert now on 3rd and goal?
Here we go now. 3-19. 3-19.
Now Darnold on 3rd and goal. Eluding the pressure right. That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. A gain of 5, but not enough. Leads to a 4th and goal.
That's certainly playing down in distance very well by the defense, isn't it? Take whatever you want underneath, by all means.
And Santos able to put this one up and through. It's good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. A dozen plays on that drive that ends with the field goal.
Let's go ahead and break out some of the old chestnuts here, right, partner? Keep the ball in front, rally to it, and make the tackle, right? No big plays given up, no balls over your head. Bend, don't break.
Hold on. Chestnuts?
You like
Come
that
on.
one?
What does that mean, break out? Just because you break chestnuts?
I'm not sure about that, but I'm just going with why they said that. I have no idea.
They start on the ground here with Blount. And he'll wind up with about 6, up past the 30 to the 31. But you said it earlier in the quarter when we saw a broken tackle then that we might see some missed tackles here early on in week 1, and that's another one right there.
Yeah, not a surprise at all. It will even out as the season extends because everyone will get used to the play speed. But right now, here in the early season, the advantage definitely goes to the offense.
Here's Stafford now on second down. And finding the tight end, Wilson. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 23 yards on the play.
And after that completion, you can understand why so many teams in the league are emphasizing speed on defense at every position. The tight ends have created so many tough matchups now. If you can't run with a tight end as a linebacker, this is going to be the result every time.
Motion. 22!
On first down, Stafford here. He's got Wilson, middle of the field. And he gets this one all the way down inside the 20-yard line. A very solid gain of 27. Here's Blount. And he'll take this down for about 4 yards, down to the 15.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Now here's a timeout defensively. Defensive timeout called by the Jets. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. On second down, here's Stafford. And he takes this one in for a Lions touchdown. Luke Wilson, his first touchdown as a Detroit Lion. And the Lions add on to their lead. Prater for the extra point, and that pushes the lead up to 11. Here's Prater now set to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. This offense trots back out there now, and as they do, Charles, one thing to point out that we saw a second ago are some of the new rules in the NFL this year regarding kickoffs.
Yeah, nowadays, the kickoff team, no more running starts. Remember that when you kind of circle a guy around and here he goes? No more. You have to start, close to the ball.
All right, here we go.
And when it's kicked, then you get to take off and go, so you can't build up your speed that way. Also, when you're returning it, remember those wedges that we used to say where guys would form together, 2 or 3 guys? No more of those, so it'd be a lot more man-on-man, one-on-one blocking. And also they have rules about where people have to be when the ball's kicked, where they have to be when the ball's caught. So to me, it's much more like a punt return than it is an actual kickoff return. So I'm eager to see if teams now take their punt returners, those nifty guys who make people miss in the open field, and make them their kickoff returners as well, because I think you can still get big plays in this area if you have the right people back there.
1 minute, 53 ticks left to go in this first half. We'll come back to Ford Field after this. On first down, Darnold. Pass incomplete.
Well, one thing that I've liked defensively is that they've shown him a lot of different looks here in the first half. They've come after him. They've sat back. I think that's what you need to do to keep an offense guessing.
And they certainly have kept them on their toes. That's why they haven't had much success on the scoreboard. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10.
Leopard! Watch him now, Barney!
Back to the air, Darnold on 2nd down. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Jarrad Davis. And they will set up shop at their own 41-yard line. So the first interception of his career under center, and you knew it was going to happen sooner or later.
It has to. And I know he feels like the world is just tumbling down at this moment, but there's got to be some veteran somewhere, some mentor that's going to tell him, hang in there, my man. Plenty more to come. Keep firing.
Now Stafford. Flushed out right. And some space here. And he'll avoid the tackle there with a slide. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's 2nd down.
Now, how about that play? He took a possible negative and turned it into positive yardage and slid down to avoid taking a big shot.
Hurry.
Excellent job getting down and avoiding the big hit.
To throw on 2nd down. Stafford. It's complete to Golden Tate. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a first down. On 1st and 10, Stafford. Caught on the right side by Jones. Now Jones is hit. He lost the football. And it's scooped up by the Jets. And they have the football and will take over at the 24-yard line.
We have seen this before, and we know coaches preach about this and work on it all the time. Catch the ball. You know there's going to be some traffic somewhere. They've got to put it away and secure it as they try and get downfield.
So following the fumble recovery, here's Darnold. Flush to his right. That's caught right side by Anderson. And they'll get it all the way out near midfield to the 45. And a nice gain at 21 yards. First down now, but that clock rolling. They go play action here on first down. Escaping the pressure right. Brought in by Walford, right side. The Jet passing game in rhythm. They've got another first.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he's able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on his horse. Still accurately throws a nice pass for a first down.
All right, here we go.
Darnold on first down. Eluding the pressure right. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. Now before this 2nd down play, we'll get whistles and a timeout, as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half. To throw on 2nd down is Darnold. That'll be incomplete as the clock will stop with 14 seconds remaining. The Jets on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and 6. They'll fake the handoff. Now Darnold. And he comes back with one complete. Now a signal and a timeout call, as it comes with 9 seconds to go in this first half of play. So even though it's first down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. He was true on his first. This a tough one. Oh, they get to the football. It's blocked. And now a timeout defensively after that first down play. So they're going to make this offense sweat out half number 1. So with 1 second left in the half, on is the field goal unit. This will be spotted just shy of midfield, a 59-yard attempt. And that will wind up just short. He had it on line. It ran out of gas. All right, we will save the Week 1 highlights and apparently get right back to the action here in the third. So we reach halftime here at our first Monday Nighter of the season. And we'll see if Week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. The Lions offense now with a football first here to begin quarter number 3. They built a good first onto it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. They'll begin here with ball. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down.
So statistically, both of these offenses having a rough time getting a running game going. But, boy, what a nice play there defensively.
Tackling him behind the line, but you're right. You look at the numbers. Neither side looks on track in the ground game.
Let's go. All right, here we go. Libra! Double right!
Looking to throw on second down. Stafford is going to fight. He's got him in. Complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. That goes for a gain of 31. So in Jet territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 47.
Omaha, ready to move! Check 43! Ready! Libra! 58, boys, 58, fight! Hey, Red! Libra! You think you won't get this?
On first down at Stafford. Throwing deep for Galladay. And incomplete. He dropped it in the end zone.
We've seen good cover skills on display throughout this game, really from both teams. And there's another nice example there of them making it difficult to complete a pass.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down.
Give me radar. 4 down, tag 53. He's crashing. He's checking crash.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. And they'll lose a yard that time, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
When Leonard Williams was picked in the 2015 NFL Draft, I compared him to Merlin Olsen. And I got a lot of grief about it. Did you just see that play there? Did you see how he made that move and made that tackle? That was Merlin Olsen-esque.
Yeah, I just perked up when you said Merlin Olsen.
Yeah, a lot of people said, hey, that's too much, too far, and maybe it is early, but I think this guy has a chance of fulfilling that.
Throwing on 3rd down, Stafford trying to lay one up deep. And this is, oh my goodness, he pulled it in one-handed. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. Marvin Jones, 48 yards. And the Lions are able to grow their lead. Here's Prater now set to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. So here's the Jets offense now as they get ready for their first possession of the second half. They trail offense first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. And Anderson's got it. And this one will go to the 28-yard line. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
A very good move, but for a short gain out near the 32. Still a couple yards short of the first as the 3-yard gain brings up a third down. Third and 2, Darnold. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. A gain of 19 and picking up the first.
And this is why trying to cover the angle route is so difficult. Anyone playing the linebacker position, when they see a running back out of the backfield widen, because he heads towards the flat first, oftentimes you widen too much and overcommit. He cuts up inside, and that's what we saw there. A nice pickup for a first down.
Give him 7 on the play, and that'll bring up second down.
Not only did we just see back-to-back nice gains, but we're also seeing the confidence rise, not just for the guy who caught it, but the guy throwing it as well.
And these back-to-back catches here out of the backfield, that can set something up downfield in a later sequence, right?
A lot of the time, it starts to draw the defense closer to the line of scrimmage. So to your point, show this swing pass, show this check down. Maybe later on you heave one deep when you catch him close to the spot.
And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield.
When you're putting together a formula for winning defense, it's exactly what we're seeing in this game. Controlling the line of scrimmage, attacking, and changing everything so that now they're playing in the offense's backfield. They're playing an excellent game.
So that'll back him up 5. Delay of game penalty. Ships him back 5 yards, makes it 3rd and 10. Throwing here on 3rd down. Darnold. He may try and run for it. Now a loose football. The ball comes out, and this is scooped up by the Lions. And they will set up shop at their own 41-yard line.
When I see a play like that, I come back to risk-reward. I don't know about you, but is it worth it at that point, whatever you're going to pick up, to either take the hit, and in this case, lose the football?
So should have gone down. I mean, hindsight's always 20/20, but that's the safe play.
You're exactly right. Hindsight's really never wrong, is it? Because you can analyze it, but I think ultimately you got to look at it as a first option, taking care of the ball, getting what you can, and that's it. Don't worry about any more.
21.
following the fumble recovery. Stafford. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. It's a gain of 6 on the play, and it'll be a second down.
All right, here we go,
6
here we go.
yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4.
Jumbo, jumbo. Back 55. 11. Check. Check out route.
To throw on 2nd down is Stafford. And all this is taken in one-handed. What a catch. And he'll be down deep into Jet territory. A big play there for Detroit. 41 yards. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive.
Check 26, check 26. Hey, red. Omaha tonight. Double right. Zebra. Tonight.
Stafford on 1st down. His pass caught at the 4. And he takes this one in for a Lions touchdown. Golden Tate, a 12-yard touchdown grab. And the Lions take advantage of the turnover to put up 6. Extra point good by Prater. And they open the lead up now to 25. Here's Prater now set to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And I think he's going to go. They're not going to get him. The 30. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. As his guys are in for 6. And the Jets are able to close the gap just a bit.
Well, he made the right choice by result, but a little bit surprising because now with touchbacks coming back to the 25 instead of the 20, when guys fielded that deep in the end zone, I think most coaches want him to take a knee.
Yeah, it's resulted in more kneel downs. Not right there. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. So out now come the Lions. They've really distanced themselves. They have put the pedal to the metal, I guess, so to speak.
So definitely have them in the rearview mirror, don't they? I mean, you're exactly right. Being able to string together these drives that end up in points, it's almost like a run in basketball to create that distance, and they're on a really big-time one right now.
It becomes contagious, doesn't it?
It absolutely does, because oftentimes it translates to your defense as well, because they're excited about getting the ball back for their offense that's playing so well.
Well, they are clicking right now. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down. Back now at Ford Field. It's the Lions holding onto the football, and they also have the lead as we start quarter number 4. To throw on 2nd down. Stafford. Oh, a scrap for the football, and he's going to come down with it. He got 29 yards that time. Still throwing the football here, even with the big lead.
Yeah, I know you and I came up in a different era, and we think about sportsmanship and all that. Other people think about fantasy points and getting their numbers. That's all they care about right now.
Jumbo, set! Now give me radar. Hey, Red! Jumbo, set!
Now a first down throw. Stafford. Oh, he's able to out-muscle him here as he pulls it in. A very nice pickup of 33 yards.
That was an excellent read right there. Saw cover one. That means it's just a single high safety. So you know if you throw the ball to the outside part of the field, help is going to be a little bit late getting there. And he puts one out there for a big-time completion.
Here's Riddick. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down. Now, I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely. You want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use time?
And that is caught. Touchdown, Detroit. 4th touchdown pass of the game for Matthew Stafford. And the Lions add on to their lead. I think all teams probably like seeing that schedule for the first time, looking at week 1. Oh, good, we're at home. This is why you want to be home in week 1. They're looking sharp.
And I agree with you totally. That's what you want. But there carries a little extra pressure with that as well, because you and I both know protecting the home field, winning your home games is paramount in this league. So you go into it, yeah, we want it, but now you actually have to go out and prove it.
Yeah, 2 sides to that coin, and looking like they're going to protect it here in this one. Now the Jets offense, they get ready to head back onto the field. And the turnover last time, that's sort of been symptomatic of their struggles here in this one.
Big word. I like it, though, because you're exactly right.
You like that, don't you?
All game long, they've struggled moving the ball, turning it over on the last possession. Is that word again, symptomatic?
Yeah.
I like that.
And under the Lions' pressure, he's brought down. Kerry Hyder able to collapse the pocket and drop him for a loss of a yard. After the sack, here's 2nd and 11. On 2nd down, Darnold. And that one got tipped, kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden a secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
From the gun on 3rd down, here's Darnold. And that's complete to Walford. The 21 yards there as they convert on 3rd.
It certainly feels like there are more stars at the tight end position than there were even 10 years ago. And I think it's become more of a glamour position because of the ways it can hurt a defense, and guys want to be involved. They can be in line, close to the line of scrimmage. They can split out like receivers. But hands, route running, speed, and some toughness to go across the middle, you put it all together, you got a heck of a tight end candidate.
So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. A first down carry now for Crowell. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. Credit the tackle to Darius Slay.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
Here's Darnold now on 2nd down. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by the safety, T.J. Ward. And this one will be returned to right around the 38-yard line. And that was a young pup, the rookie being intercepted by a veteran DB.
And I loved our quick conversation in pregame with him on the field where he said, hey, look, I love playing these young quarterbacks. They don't know a whole lot yet, so I can use my mind to put me in a position to make a play.
The drive starts with a handoff to Blount. And he'll take this up over the 40 to about the 41. Avery Williamson there to make the stop. And when do they start thinking about burning these timeouts? They've got all three still defensively.
To me, you have to start right now. Here's the time, and that means you've got to stop them on defense, not give up the yardage, use your timeouts in order to get the ball back and try and score yourself. But now is the time to start using those timeouts.
And keep in mind, it'll also stop the clock at the 2-minute warning. Now, meanwhile, here's a second down throw that's knocked away and incomplete. How good has he been throwing the football, though? And despite that incompletion, that's just the third time he's been off target this entire game.
And, Brandon, I've been on the other side of this equation, trying to defend a guy who's been this hot, and it chips away at your confidence. And when you're not confident when you're trying to defend, it makes you slower to the football, and it leads to more completions for them.
On third down, Stafford is going to fire one deep, middle of the... He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Jamal Adams. And they have the football and will take over at the 24-yard line. Now they get a fourth quarter pick. A little something to hang their hat on, I guess.
Okay, so let's face it, though. Who's happy about this play? Fantasy guys, right?
Yeah.
The analytics will tell you one thing or another. That's a bad play on one hand, a good play on the other, but it's all about the fantasy points here.
Yeah, because this ball game is over. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Throw left side complete. It's Powell. And he's brought down after a good game. A good pickup there of 20 yards. Offense for them has been at a premium. You wonder where plays like that have been all game long.
They're thinking the exact same thing themselves, but they're also looking forward now because now these plays are really for next week, trying to get some momentum going.
He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. From the 50, it's Darnold. That's complete over the middle to Anderson. And he's brought down. The Jet passing game in rhythm. They've got another first.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
This quarterback now a perfect 8 for 8 to start the second half. Not bad. 1st and 10. Dumps off to Powell. And he fumbled it. It's on the ground. And this is scooped up by the Lions. Time for a break. We'll come back and wrap up garbage time after this.
Tag 50, tag 54.
Throwing here, Stafford. He's going to go up top again. So they took a shot on first down but couldn't connect. Fourth quarter, you've got the big lead. If you're coaching, Charles, you still taking shots like that downfield?
I'd be a little more concerned with running some clock and making sure you're taking care of the lead because you keep flinging it around, you throw a couple of picks, you can put yourself in jeopardy.
They'll run it here with Blunt. And he'll work this one up to about the 38. It'll be a pickup of 5, and that leaves him with 5 more. 3rd and 5 now.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
All right, here we go, here we go. Here we go, here we go. 4 down. 0. 54. Trips right. Check. Watch 54. Not.
From the gun on 3rd down, Stafford. He's going to float this one deep right side. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. Tremaine Johnson that time there to force the incompletion. Despite the lead here in the 4th, they're still taking shots.
Not content to sit on this lead at all. And to me, it raises the question of what's right in this game nowadays. Do you sit on the ball and run it because you have enough of a lead? Or do you try and extend it because you always feel like the other team can come back?
Extend it. Have some fun. And this will hit just beyond the goal line as it's into the end zone for a touchback. And the Jets set to take the field. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in the game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build on.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say, we'll get better as we go forward.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
2nd down and 10, Darnold. And for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked off at about the 31. And they will take over at the 29-yard line.
It's just been one mistake after another on the offensive side of the ball. That's now 3 interceptions to go along with 2 fumbles for them. And if you're going to turn the ball over 5 times in the game, your chances to win have to be about 100 to 1. And it's not looking good for them here.
Jukes by at the 20. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Give him 12 yards on that one. It earns him a fresh set of downs.
And that's the big fella's MO right there. Running through tackles, keeping the sticks moving forward. This defense, if you don't bring 11 guys to the ball to try and get him on the ground, he's going to keep making runs like that. I feel the press box shaking every time he touches the rock.
And partner, this first week, this first game that we get to call together, so special every year, week 1. You had the flyover, the big American flag out there before the game, all the hoopla, just having football back, so special.
It is an opening day, opening game. There's just nothing like it because you really build to a crescendo. But the best part for us is that crescendo lasts for a while. Opening game here, an entire season. We get into the playoffs, to the Super Bowl. I was really excited. I could barely sleep last night. I can't imagine being a player.
So for Detroit, it's a great win here on a Monday night as they'll start the new campaign 1-0. And they will hit the road next week for a date with the San Francisco 49ers. Meanwhile, for the Jets, they obviously fall to 0-1 with the defeat. And they will be at home next week to take on the Miami Dolphins. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Next game, guess what? Charles and I will be here again. It's the NFL on EA Sports.